Okay. Dang, we're starting off lagging. Guys, you see this crap? You see this crap? We're starting off lagging. We're literally starting off lagging. No exaggeration, that's how we're starting this. Am I just gonna have to get a new computer, guys? What do you think? Should I just get a new computer? It might just have to be done. Like, I don't know what else to do. Because this is the least that's been going on in the background for a while. And still, my computer just can't handle it. It just starts dying immediately after I start streaming, as if it's never done this before. And then you guys have to watch me struggle. Mateo, if you type hello, this is a warning one more time. Literally only 2 people in here, and one of them's spamming. That's crazy, bro. Am I good now? Dang, bro. Computer's acting crazy. How you guys doing? Somebody tell me something good. Somebody tell me what they learned today. Or, not today, but during school, the last week. I want one thing that you guys learned. Who's gonna give it to me first? I'm gonna be here the whole time. No friends, sleep schedule, or up. Wow, okay. Right now, I'm just trying to wait until this lag goes away. Oh my god. Guys! I don't think you understand just how much I'm spazzing out over here. I stream like every single week, and my freaking computer is acting like it can't do jack. Are you okay? Why are you acting like this? Nah, bro, this is insanity. Not even an anime insanity. It's just regular insanity. I can't even do my goddamn intro because of all this nonsense. The borders of my green screen are showing. Yeah. Mess. This is a mess. You know what? My toe is finally healed up for the most part, so I can go back to standing tomorrow and get my regular little setup back where it needs to be. I will never have to sit again. Thank God. Thank God. Because sitting makes stuff like this happen. Even more than it's supposed to. It was terrible. Alright. So if we're done with all the... I shrank the goddamn page up. If we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead in my corner and we're going to watch some Disventure Camp. Because, heck yeah. Okay. I'm literally just waiting until my computer gives the go. This computer is the problem here. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Good, let's do this.
An ordinary girl needs an extraordinary doll. Long hair, short hair. Girl needs an extraordinary doll. Long hair, short hair.
Okay, that wasn't lag. That was literally just the cut of the video. Why did it cut like that? Why did they do that?
Curly, brown, blonde.
Like, you guys noticed that too, right?
An ordinary girl needs an extraordinary doll. Long hair, short hair.
What's up with that?
Brown, blonde. We can do it all. A puppet and a doll.
I like that
all
one.
Rolled into one. Don't miss this Christmas. Hot off the shelves.
Yay! Ordinary girl doll. So this girl was a regular doll that came to life. Now what happened there? I don't even have an idea, but we're gonna find out today. Cute.
Alright, kiddo. You ready for the super slide?
Yes, Daddy.
Well, it's been less than a minute, and I'm already disturbed, perturbed, and ready to get off the video, because this is giving Poppy Playtime vibes. That's a real girl. That is an actual living human, and the soul of that human is going to go into a demon doll, if what I am automatically going to assume is correct, because literally look at the dress and the hair. So how the heck did that little girl turn into such a sass? I am so sad. What is gonna happen to this chick?
You're getting so big.
Not really.
Daddy, look.
Ooh.
I promise I'll get it for you when I come back, sweetheart. But I have to go away for a little while.
What?
Where are you going?
Right. Where are you
I
going?
have to go serve in the army. They'll pay me a lot of money, and when I get back, I can buy you all the dolls you want.
I don't want to stay with Mommy.
Uh-huh.
I'm scared.
What's wrong with Mommy?
I know things are hard with Mommy right now, but you need to be brave for me. Just a little while, okay? And I'll be back before you know it.
I mean, sometimes you do have
Be
to do
strong
that.
for me, okay? I'll come back as soon as I can.
Sometimes,
I'll try.
like I would be sad, but sometimes you do have to, you know, throw everything aside for a second. The military pays you in benefits. If you're at rock bottom, then it is a good way to get out of that situation. And this man just wants to give his daughter a better life. Although I would be apprehensive about giving her to her mother, even for a little while. I mean, what child is scared of their mom? She must be terrible. Give her to her grandma or something. What the heck?
It is August 14th, 2000. Good evening, Anomalous. Welcome back to Anika's Anomalies.
Hi, Anika.
I'm Anika.
Say your name.
Babe,
What?
intro.
Oh, and I'm Molly.
Jesus
Last
Christ,
week,
Molly.
We investigated the haunted meatloaf from West Town High School. Verdict?
What?
Turns out pigeons didn't cook all the way.
Oh.
Truly one of our episodes of all time.
Ew. Wait, what do
Anyway,
pigeons taste like?
Don't let that discourage you, loyal viewers.
Are they tasty?
This time, we'll catch something actually paranormal.
Are they tasty?
Oh yeah, introducing our new cameraman, Chet.
Hey, Chad.
What's up, guys?
Not
Ready to find
much.
some ghosts?
Dude, don't point the camera at yourself.
Oh,
What?
my bad.
Tonight,
how am I gonna-
we have
never mind.
something even more exciting. We've got a lead on one of the infamous ordinary girl dolls.
You mean those dolls that supposedly make kids disappear?
Oh.
Exactly. And guess what? We have a sponsor for this investigation. A man named Marcus Rayner has agreed.
Okay, so it's not Poppy Playtime, it's Amanda the Adventurer. Although Poppy Playtime did kidnap children and turn them into toys. So I guess it is Poppy Playtime. Is that? I guess that's where we're going here. The little American Girl dolls started kidnapping girls to make more dolls. even though they were made out of wood. And I don't, whatever.
Agreed to fund our research for one of these dolls.
Why would he do that?
Apparently, he has a personal connection and believes there's still some of them out there. He's willing to pay a lot to uncover the truth.
Do you think it's legit? What if it's just another wild goose chase?
Then we'll still make a video out of it.
We'll
Screw
find
it.
out. But this is our chance to finally get some solid evidence.
Right, we gotta try.
Alright, let's get to it then. Are you ready, ladies?
How does she have cleavage but no
We
actual?
don't
Never
really-
mind.
Marcus! There's a call from you in the command tent. It's urgent.
What? But we're still in BCT. Why is there a call? What's going on? Is Nina dead?
This is Marcus.
So Nina's
No.
dead.
I'll come back as soon as I can.
This dude went to basic training and his daughter died? I can't leave. What? It's only 10 weeks. Well, it was 10 weeks. When I was I 12? No, I was 10. It used to be 8 weeks. He left his daughter with his baby's mom for 2 months. And she died. Screw the army. No, I would have just went to the homeless shelter. My god. 2 months. You can't even last with your daughter for 2 months. What? You went with that's a failure as a
Where
human
we at?
being.
We got a tip from a reliable source. They say there might be an ordinary girl doll in a warehouse just outside the city.
If there's even a chance of finding one, I have to check it out.
There are always false.
I have no idea what the person in the chat is alluding to, but I'm just gonna ignore
They
that.
get spooked and think they see things that they aren't. Why are you so interested in these dolls anyway?
Because
My
they
daughter wanted one.
Molly, don't start. Let's just focus on the task at hand.
I'm just curious. I mean, what's the big deal with these dolls? Why go through all this trouble for a toy?
You don't understand.
I could if you tell me.
Just-
I need answers.
Do you even have a daughter?
who asks that? What is wrong with her? Are you bipolar
My
or something?
wife.
Like who actually?
She had some issues. One
What?
day she couldn't take it anymore. Our house, it burned down. Both of them were inside. Nina wanted that doll. I promised her I would give it to her. I needed to be there to protect her.
Why are you all looking at him like he said it was? He said it pretty normally.
Maybe we should stop for a bite to eat. There's a diner a few miles up the road.
Why?
Good idea.
Like, bro, this man just wants answers. Give him answers. I don't care about a bite to eat. I want to go see the stupid doll. Like, you're trying to ease the tension. I don't even know what brought on this tension. Why did she need to know so badly? What? Molly's got problems. She's just staring at her.
Can't believe you cornered Marcus like that.
She,
He's been through enough without you grilling him.
I was just asking questions. We need to know who we're dealing with.
really aggressive
There's a difference
questions
between
for
asking
no reason
questions and being intrusive. He doesn't owe us his life story.
at all.
Babe, he's
Like,
dragging
what's
us into
wrong
this
with you?
mess. We have a right to know what's going on.
Mess?
Not really.
You never did care.
At
Why are
all.
we even doing the show anymore?
Stop being selfish. Not like we've ever caught anything good on camera. No one watches this shit.
Hey, let's
Okay.
take a breath, okay? We're all in this together.
This isn't just a game, Molly. This means something to me. To us. We have a real chance to find something strange.
To you, not her.
I get it. But you're acting like this is life or death. It's just a stupid doll. And look at Marcus, he's a wreck. Why are we even trusting him?
Why are you here?
I agree with Molly. It's probably not real, but if finding this dog gives him some closure, then shouldn't we do it for the poor guy?
Why is she even here? Like, she didn't even care the first time you tried to. Is she only around because she's the girlfriend? Like, bruh. No, I would have been taking her off this dang show. I'll do this crap myself. You don't come around me with that disrespect and I just let it slide. That's not how it works.
Since when does the cameraman get an opinion?
Ouch.
Somebody please just dump her.
Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who takes this seriously.
You
I'm
are.
always looking for a way out, Molly.
I'm not trying to be the bad guy here. I just think we need to be realistic.
Man, when are these damn pancakes coming?
Yeah, no.
Fine, babe. One more. But if this turns out to be another dead end...
We'll deal with it together.
Maybe I'm just too nonchalant for it. I don't like negativity coming in my space. Life is hard enough. I'm not making it harder
It's
by
like
bringing
a
somebody like
one-way
that in my
window
circle.
in here.
This is perfect.
Let's get this over with.
Stay close. We don't know what we might find.
But love makes you do weird things, I guess. It is what it is. At least she's participating in her interests, in her hobbies. Like it's better than some people do. So I guess I can give her something.
Ordinary dog, come
Just
out, come
something.
out wherever you are.
Chet, stop. You're not funny.
Ouch again.
Right. Why do you need to crap on him so
Did you
much?
see that?
It's just a wrap, babe.
A ghost rat, perhaps?
Hey, it's Nina. Hey, Nina.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
There they are.
Let's get them unchained.
And then it's another one. What's that one? Gina? And they're still
Well,
possessed.
That was anticlimactic.
Yes, yes it was.
I thought this was finally the time we catch something on camera.
Ooh! Why did Gina wake up? Gina, no!
Hell no, fuck that.
Right. And Nina's just gonna stay there. What the? Really? What in the world?
Get behind me.
Bonk. Bonk that thing. What the fr- Oh my god.
Ow.
It's kicking his butt, literally.
Run!
Just... It's like the ghost is self-aware. It's like, I'm in a very tiny body that can't really do any damage, but I'm gonna at least act like I can attack you. Like it's just little knocks on the head. That little thing can't do crap. I don't even know why they're running. Right! Just punt the baby. Kick the baby.
What the hell was that?
Did you get that, Chet?
Really? That's what you're worried about?
Yes. What the heck is that?
There's a window.
Go.
Get to the choppers! Why are they... Yeah, I would stay inside that crap, because I'm not even gonna lie. That thing cannot hurt me. Actually, no, I'm lying. I would have ran far away a long time ago. It's just as stiff as you'd expect a doll to be. Just...
He's right behind us.
Really? Bro, you don't know how to run? Where did it get that knife? Where did it get a knife? Nina, please save him. Take that, Gina. Screw you. Ugh.
What the? Is that the other doll?
Yes. What is that knife gonna do? You're made of wood.
What the fuck?
What the? How did you do that? I mean, they are demons. I guess they can really do whatever they want.
And now.
Is it over?
If they had that much animosity towards each other, I'm surprised they didn't kill each other when they were chained up. Because
Who are you?
she didn't even
This
hesitate.
can't be real.
Hello, soda can filled with water.
This can't be serious. I just saved your life.
True.
I'm calling the cops.
Do it. The police might know what to do with her.
No! They'll blame me for everything my sisters did. It's not fair.
We are not calling the police.
What? Why shouldn't we? I told you we couldn't trust him.
Give me those tapes. We can't let anyone know.
What?
Why
No way.
not?
Yeah.
Like, for what? Why did you do that?
Marcus!
Let's go, girl.
No! Our tapes!
They're broken. It's over.
Leave or die.
Seriously.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Like, you should have been gone. You're black.
Why did you hide the evidence?
Why are you even here?
Because you're not like the others.
Black people.
You got a name?
You're not like. You're one of the good ones. What do you mean the others? There were only two. And that. It was literally a coin flip. They didn't even like each other for real.
I've never had a name.
Then I'll call you Nina. I'm Marcus.
So his actual daughter is just dead. And there's
Okay,
nothing.
Marcus.
there's nothing we can do
need to
about
get
that.
out of here. They will come back for me, and I can scare them, but I don't think I could kill them.
I can keep
No,
you safe.
you
Nina.
can't. Because you're a tiny wooden doll. So he got a demon to replace his daughter that he indirectly killed by putting her in the arms of a neglectful parent. Only 2 months, mind you. 2 freaking months. She could not take care of her child for 2 months. Yeah, no. You got custody for a reason, Marcus. You should have never let her go. Then you'd have 2 daughters.
Good afternoon, Mr. Reiner. I'm here to follow up on a recent public allegation made by the show Annika's Anomalies. They've accused you of hiding evidence of a possessed doll. Care to comment?
The show.
Well, that's quite an accusation. Why don't you come on in and see for yourself? Here she is, my ventriloquist doll, Nina. Nothing more than a clever bit of craftsmanship.
Annika's show claimed there was something supernatural about this doll.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
absolutely.
skills.
Watch this.
Yeah, it's my ventriloquy skills. That's what's supernatural.
Just a harmless little doll. Nothing to fear here.
So he actually did try ventriloquy for a very short time. That was stupid. You should have started with her talking.
Oh, I'm just a harmless little doll. Nothing to fear here.
I will haunt your dreams.
Right,
and
just-
make your worst fears come true.
Just let her talk. But yeah,
Well,
he did
Mr.
not break that
Reiner,
camera.
It seems you've got quite the talent. But if this is just a doll, why do you think the show made such serious accusations?
People love a good ghost story, don't they? Makes for great TV. But as you can see, there's nothing to it.
What the heck is this bullcrap, bruh? I get that these guys are supposed to have tragic backgrounds. But I thought we were gonna get some closure. We still have no idea. Like, there was no closure to be had. His daughter literally just died in a fire, and that's it. There was no point in going to rescue these dolls. He didn't even get a new daughter, he just got a ghost. And he's pretending that... Like, he didn't even find a wife after this. He has no new wife, no new kids, he's still grieving. He's just grieving. but with a literal demon in his house. Marcus never healed, bro. He's still mourning his daughter. What? I mean, I guess it's staff stories. They don't all have to be happy. But geez, that's... Wow. My god, that's sad. That's very, very sad. 2 freaking months. Oh my god. How do you even procreate with a person like that? Oh, god dang it, Marcus. She must have been a crack addict or something. I don't know. Everybody failed. Marcus failed to find a partner. Marcus's old girlfriend failed to be a parent. Nina suffered the consequences of all of it, and Marcus adopted a demon. And that's the story. That's his story. Let's move on. Screw it all. God dang it, bro. I cannot even find the words.
In Pokemon.
Shut up. Sorry. So next on the agenda is this thing. I found... Oh. Okay, Gamer Chance's birthday's in a week. Don't worry, Gamer Chance, I got you. I'm gonna remember that. But we got this Pokemon love story thing that I found earlier today that really intrigued me, and now I'm gonna watch it because I am actually curious about what it entails.
Dating in Pokemon? Impossible! But what if
The
this
frick?
date wasn't just a date, but an allegory to the tragedies of fame in the real world? An innocent romantic side quest that reveals the dark truth behind many of those who put up a smile on the outside, but suffer on the inside.
What is the Doki Doki literature? Bro.
When playing through our Pokemon adventure, there's always a few hints scattered around, alluding to some shipping.
Bro, can I comment? Pokemon X and Y was over a decade ago. It released over a decade ago. And that may not make you guys feel old, because maybe you're not Pokemon fans, but I am. And it ages me really well, because when I was there, oh my god, I'm so sad.
Pairs amongst the main character and another character within the games. Typically, we see this happen when both player characters are present within the games, such as the Gen 4 games or X and Y. Little tidbits of info to make us think that, you know, maybe the other player character is actually into us. But when the player character isn't into us, then the narrative has been spun with the rival.
Aww.
You know, the rivals who aren't player characters.
Cute.
Usually there's some kind of push and pull dynamic, and that gives room for at least some mild romantic assumptions.
A little bit.
But within the main series of games, irrespective of how obvious it may be, there has been nothing confirmed about any romance going on between any of the player characters
At
or
all.
rivals. Though, there is one canonical shipping pair amongst the player characters in a different source of media. Comment down below if you're smart enough to know which pair characters that is.
He's talking about the little romance arc in Black and White 2. I still have those games. Like, if you get far enough into it, you get to trade for rare Pokemon, but that's pretty much the only real benefit. It's kinda cute, and, you know.
But despite there being no romance between these set of characters, there is one game that actually gives a canonical love interest to both the main characters outside of any of the other main characters of the story.
You
And
already
this
spoiled it,
story
bruh.
takes place in none other than Pokemon
Black and White 2.
Black 2 and White 2.
I saw it in the beginning,
Often
like you
revered
already,
as the best
it's
games
right
in
here.
Pokemon history, considered to be the pinnacle of Pokemon by many. And hey, you know what? Coincidentally, it's also the only game with actual dating involved, so take that how you will, even if the dating is completely optional. But who are we dating exactly, and how serious is this relationship? Well, let's dive into that, shall we? In the wonderful Unova region, our dating adventure starts off in the bright and bustling city that's known as Nimbasa, and it's pretty much the entertainment district of the Unova region as well. Go figure. While you're exploring Nimbasa, you'll run into this item sitting here, and it happens to be someone else's cross transceiver. And once you know it, as you pick it up, it starts ringing. You answer the call, and turns out there's a mysterious person on the other line using an old cross transceiver, trying to find their new ones. And their name is, Oh yeah, I should mention by this point, depending on whether you're playing as Nate or Rosa, the person answering these calls will be the opposite gender from you. If you're playing as Nate, you get to hear a girl by the name of Yancy, and if you play as Rosa, you get to hear a boy by the name of Curtis. I say here because they're using an old cross transceiver that's audio only to find their new one. So we're gonna be stuck in a one-way FaceTime call for a little while.
Yeah.
And I say this because though Yancy and Curtis can just come down and pick up their cross transceiver, they seem to be busy with some kind of work. So busy that they can't make time for it, and they seem to be rather lonely as well. Because they randomly start calling you and start to make small talk with you throughout your event.
Literally. They literally call you out of nowhere. And even though you say nothing, literally nothing, it gets like that. It's a little annoying that we can't see each other, right? I want to see you. I want to connect with you. Wow, I think we should go out. Maybe we should go on the Ferris wheel together. Like, you met me by complete coincidence. You don't even know who I am. You don't even know what I sound like. I've never spoken.
Adventure. Yeah, they're taking advantage of your generosity by calling their lost cell phone just to make conversation with a complete stranger multiple different times.
Right.
If this wasn't Pokemon, forget returning or keeping the phone, I would have just chucked it into the ocean by now. Once you've started this quest, as you approach specific locations in the Unova region, and I mean specific to the exact tile, you will actually trigger different calls and dialogues with Yancy and Curtis. There are a total of a whopping 50 different calls with Yancy and Curtis.
Wait, what?
100 if you count them as separate conversations, but luckily for the most part, the two have similar dialogue.
Jesus.
But I digress. This side quest is best to be broken down and spoken about in 5 different parts, with 10 calls for each part. The first 10 calls revolve around Yancy and Curtis simply getting to know you, and you getting to know them. The conversations, if you can even call it that, are only 2 or 3 lines long, and are quite surface level. Just quick talks regarding interest in music, Pokemon, what our favorite activities are, you know, basic stuff when you meet someone
The
for the first
first
time.
10.
But all of these conversations end abruptly
Out of
because their
50.
colleague keeps calling him for work. It's important to note that while their dialogue is similar, Curtis is way more robust, straightforward, and energetic, whereas Yancy is a bit more modest and mellow. Really, it seems like they went for some basic anime tropes of having the cute girl and energetic guy here. So
Lovely.
there are differences like their mild forms of teasing, Yancy teasing to Nate that she's a girl, and Curtis complimenting Rose's voice. And while these are both incredibly innocent and would otherwise mean nothing, we're gonna see real quick that there may be more to this than we think.
That's so random. Dang it. Gamer Chance, your dog. Never mind.
The 10th call initiates the meetup
That's
between
so
the player
friggin' random.
character and the NPC. And this is where the love begins.
I'm sorry that
Because
your dog is
finally
sick
we
now.
meet up with them in front of the Ferris wheel in Mombasa. And oh boy, we seem to mesmerize them with our looks right off the bat because they are shocked. Well, actually, they're scared. Scared that a random stranger has mistaken them for someone else? We'll have to come back to this one. But after we clarify that we're the ones on the...
I've actually had that happen to me before. Not to this extent, but I have actually had somebody text me on a wrong number and then start wanting to get to know me and maybe start dating me. It was some older Asian lady who lived in California. Like, she already had 2 kids, and I think she was an empty nester. So maybe she was bored, but she was trying to talk to me because I was, you know, at this point I was like 18, 19, and I don't even know. It was a weird situation.
They mentioned that we look a lot more different from what they imagined, so yeah, usually when someone says this, that means that we look better in their heads than in real life, but something tells me that's quite the opposite here, because even after returning the cross transceiver, Yancy and Curtis want to exchange actual numbers, and what's even crazier is, apparently their co-worker is angry at them for being on the phone all the time, so instead of them calling us, they want us to call them now instead. Yeah, okay buddy, like that's gonna make a difference, but
maybe.
Sure, we'll play our game for a bit. So they head back to work, and you head back off on your journey, and now you're the one making calls to them whenever they're a little free from work. The 11th call is special because they mentioned that they were surprised to see that they're the same age as us. They were expecting us to be a bit older, based off of our supposed voice.
We haven't talked
now they know they can
at
relax
all.
and just be themselves with us.
Like, you see this little thing right here? That indicates that we're talking. We never talk. What voice do you think I have?
Which is what they do. So much so, in fact, that they really start to open up here. You learn more casual things such as Yancey's favorite type of Pokemon being the normal type, and that her hobby is cooking, and Curtis being the electric type, and that his hobby is fishing. But you also do get to hear them talk about their family a bit more, and be a bit more vulnerable, and open up about how they both want to be people with more substance to themselves, and that they're hoping that we'd support them with their endeavor. Which, typically, most people aren't comfortable enough to share these things with someone just like that, unless they feel close to them. Not me though. I'm told I'm way too open with things, so if you ever see me opening up to you about my lack of substance, don't take it the wrong way. Like, about how I'm telling you my YouTube channel is in shambles, and you can help me by subscribing and liking or disliking this video, so that I know if shipping content is the way to take the channel forward for the future, and if you guys don't like it or if shipping doesn't work out, well, I haven't really thought of that, so please subscribe so I don't have to think further. It'll help a lot. Thanks. That's how 10 calls ends with the two saying that time flies by whenever they talk to us, and calls from us are always welcome.
Even though it's
and
like 2-minute calls.
That's a sign for them to start calling us now. Calls 21 to 30 are quite straightforward. This is the set of favors that they ask from us. Here, they just ask us to help us with various different small things.
Okay.
Again, most of them are small things, but there are some genuine ones, where we really help them feel better or help them sincerely apologize for something they've done. The 28th call is great because we tell them that they look great and make them blush, adding more fuel to the dating fire.
But I don't, he never says a
You
thing.
can get rid of that laugh if you want to.
He's just sitting there like,
because I am not in a position to do it again. And these conversations go so well that we once again meet at, you guessed it,
the Ferris
wheel in Nimbasa City.
For another
There's a
day.
reason why that Ferris wheel is in the background of the thumbnail. Once you reach the Ferris wheel in Nimbasa City, Yancey and Curtis ask you to go on the Ferris wheel with them. Well, they kind of make you go on the Ferris wheel with them, as the Ferris wheel can only be ridden by 2 people. And they never had the opportunity to do so until now. So we hop on the Ferris wheel with them, and wouldn't you know it, they're both so excited that they start to hit on us.
This is so
Yancey
weird.
is a bit more subtle in her approach, saying how she doesn't get tired of this view, though, I mean, she apparently only took the Ferris wheel for the first time, so I assume she's saying that because the Ferris wheel is so darn slow.
Oof.
I don't know, you make up that what you will, but anyways, she associates this feeling to spending time with us, and is sad when the ride is over. Curtis, on the other hand, just goes for it. Man says that the Unova region is pretty, but that's not the only thing that's pretty around here.
Ooh,
Period. Yeah,
I love it.
That ain't subtle at all, boy. This Ferris wheel ride actually marks the mandatory part of the quest, which, yeah, by the way, there's an actual purpose to this quest.
Hey guys, everybody should be like Curtis. Let those feelings be known. Let that freak flag fly. And if they don't want to catch it, then they're lost. Anyway.
After the first 30 calls, as long as you've beaten the Pokemon League, you can actually call up Yancey and Curtis and trade Pokemon with them daily, as they have select unobtainable Pokemon from other regions with hidden abilities that you can only obtain through this quest. So that's all you're looking for, your job here is done. But we're not here for Pokemon, dang it. We're here for shipping.
Let's do it.
And that story isn't done just yet. You can continue to make the calls to Yancey and Curtis, and aside from calls 40 and 50, all of the conversations are randomly selected from a pool of conversations. If you get through all 50 calls, you would have seen all of them. The important thing to note is that after call 30, every conversation moving forward shows Curtis and Yancey blushing. So yeah, that blush from earlier made a permanent scar. They're at the point of no return now.
Lovely.
The other important thing is that with both sides of the conversation, it shows that both these characters travel from one region or another for their work. And that's the reason why they're actually able to trade these rare Pokemon from other regions with you. And of course, there are the cute conversations of them falling sick, and that seeing our face helps them feel better. And even implications that they wish to be with us when they made a wish upon a shooting star. Aw, how sweet.
So they're just
the
famous.
The 40th call is fixed to voice only because they're so busy with their work. And you know, despite the conversation of work coming up over and over and over again, they never actually told us what they do for work, despite opening up in various different ways. This is the one thing they've kept a secret from us, and for good reason.
They gotta be movie stars.
The 50th and final call reveals that Curtis and Yancey are actually TV celebrities who go by the name of Kristoff and Nancy. They accidentally have a call with you in their work attire and immediately cut the call. And the next time you call, they say it was a coworker who picked up on accident, never revealing the truth of their identity, with the side quest ending here. From here, you can still engage in conversations with Curtis and Yancey. Despite however open they've been, they closed this door from you.
Yeah.
not wanting you to know any bit of it. But why? Why is someone who's clearly so affectionate and open with you not willing to share something so basic as what they do for a living? Why are their personas of Nancy and Kristoff such a huge secret and something they almost seem ashamed of?
And why are they movie stars but they're also children?
Throughout their conversations, one thing is made very
I guess
clear.
that's not entirely
Both
impossible.
Yancy and Curtis are lonely.
Aw.
Lonely to the point where they don't even have a single friend to ride the Ferris wheel with. Sure, a Ferris wheel can be seen as a romantic activity, but it's perfectly normal for two friends to take it as well. The player character in Black 2 and White 2 takes a Ferris wheel ride with
Bianca.
many other people, but for Curtis and Yancy, we're the only ones available. On top
Ever.
of that, taking it way back to the beginning, despite finding their cross transceiver, they didn't actually want us to return it to them right away. Sure, maybe the excuse of work was there, and maybe they were genuinely too busy to come pick it up, but there was no reason to have 10 different phone calls in between us finding it and returning it to them. They did that because for once, they were enjoying having conversations with someone else. It may have been super surface level, but for
It is midnight, but this love story is so... It's heartwarming, but it's sad. Cause who gets... Imagine being so caught up in this life that your parents probably chose for you, cause again, these are children. They can't become movie stars of their own volition. They have to be brought into the world by, producers, other performers, their parents, obviously, their agents, and they have nobody that they can just share their stories, their affection with. And they don't want to mess it up by revealing themselves because they think the fame will get, too overwhelming and it'll chase them away. It's so sad.
For them,
So sad.
it was more personal and genuine than any of the other conversations they would have had going on in their life, which the majority of which seem to come from work, where their entire role is to put up an act and have fake conversations, which is something that's probably happening even outside of them being on screen, because they're constantly being recognized for the persona that they're trying to put on, rather than for just being themselves. Hence why they're desperately trying so hard to hide that persona from you, because
Yeah.
they don't want another person to associate them to that persona. Especially when they finally found someone who can accept them for just the way they are. For someone who can accept everything about them, including their flaws, without the need of who they are.
Okay,
For
that's
someone
what
who
he
can
said.
accept everything about them, including their flaws, without the need of putting on an act. A genuine connection that means so much to them, all because we simply accepted them for who they are. On the surface, it may seem like they have everything they need. They're celebrities, they're rich, they're famous, they probably have everyone their age running behind their backs to date them or idolize them.
Literally.
But within themselves, they feel empty. I know many of you out there are chasing after money or fame, or something of the sort yourself. And there's nothing wrong with success. Success should be valued and appreciated. But all I'm asking you is, what's the point of success, money, or fame if you're feeling empty and lonely within yourself?
Not correct.
Many celebrities reach the heights of wealth and stardom, but are left feeling unfulfilled and are suffering on the inside. Would you call that success? I wouldn't. But this is what many people are chasing. This side quest, while it may have been an innocent little side quest, is an allegory to this understanding. Instead of addressing that empty feeling that they're having within themselves, they look to bandage it up with things from the outside, when the only way to truly deal with this emptiness is from within. Now, part of the reason why I'm making this kind of content now is to actually address these things that some of you guys may be facing. The times where I enjoyed making content the most were the times where I was able to relate it back to the real world, to bring it back to you guys, and make whatever tiny little difference possible. And I wouldn't consider myself to be someone who could teach or impart anything, but I can point you guys towards things that work for me, and also create a sappy little video. That seems to help as well.
A cute little
If
video.
you're dealing with any kind of feeling of emptiness or loneliness, or you just feel like there's something missing within yourself, and you keep looking for external situations instead of internal ones, then there are a few different tools that you can check out. I volunteer for Isha Foundation, a non-profit organization that's dedicated to cultivating human well-being, to help raise every human being to the peak of their potential, so that they're exuberant, all-inclusive, and in harmony within themselves and the world. In efforts towards this, there are free tools that you can utilize on YouTube. 5 minutes for peace, 5 minutes for joy, 5 minutes for love, and many more. Once you're feeling loving and joyful from within, loneliness and emptiness will be a long gone thing. If at all you want some distance from whatever it is that you're feeling, then there's also the guided meditation called Isha Kriya, which helps you establish a distance between your body and your mind. For most people, they're just suffering what's happening in their mind, their thoughts and emotions. Loneliness included. If there's a bit of distance between you and your thoughts, then you'll see that so many things that were bothering you suddenly can't touch you. And finally, if you're looking to take it a step further, there's the online paid program in engineering, 7 Steps with Sadhguru. A program which offers tools to take charge of your body, mind, emotions, and energies.
This video is educational as heck. What the? I didn't expect this.
To live a joyful and fulfilling life.
Look at this.
There are even studies from Harvard and Rutgers universities done on the practice taught in this program to show a significant increase in one's emotional balance.
You better be writing this down.
And in combating depression and anxiety. All of which, of course, lead to having better relationships as well. We even had certain celebrities take the program who have attested to it, some of which who may have felt the same way as Curtis and Yancey.
SZA.
Having everything on the outside but nothing on the inside. And since taking the program, they're feeling a lot more fulfilled both ways. I know this is a Pokemon video, but don't be surprised that I bring these things up more often moving forward. More than Pokemon, my interest and concern has always been regarding people. And I might just use Pokemon and shipping as a way to make people aware that there are solutions to any internal problems that they may be facing. That honestly means and matters a lot more to me than just making videos for fun. And I want to see that all of you are doing well. Not just okay, but you're truly doing well within yourselves. So if you're struggling in any way, or you're just simply curious, I recommend you check out the tools that I mentioned earlier. At the very least, the free offerings on YouTube. The links will be in the description and the comments down below. As for Curtis and Yancey, while they never really reveal anything to us, it's not like the story ends there. Black and White got a sequel, so who's to say that Black 2 and White 2 won't get a sequel in the future? We may even get a legend set in the future showcasing the outcome of these pairs. But one thing's for sure, even though Curtis and Yancey may have had to put up a face with everyone else, they didn't need to do so with us. Our inclusion of them made a huge difference to their life, and you being inclusive and including someone as a part of yourself can make a huge difference to their lives. You never know, you may just make someone truly feel appreciated and accepted for just being themselves. And to some people, that feeling is worth way more than anything that money or fame can provide.
I want to call somebody now, but they're asleep. See, Surican is South African, so he's 7 hours away. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. The person that I'm referring to is from Sierra Leone, and she is 5 hours ahead. So not quite as far away relative to time, but still pretty far away. Let's see if Casual Geographic has anything. I want to learn something else today. I want to learn something else today. Is there something that I can learn today? Aw, man. Dang it. I've already watched these babies. Alright, I guess I'll just go to the next video then. Wake them up. You goofies? Okay.
We've all had the same life experiences, but I promise...
Shh, let me talk first. Let me talk first. Alright, so this is Stanley Animations with 5 signs she's playing you. So he's going to give us an insight into his life and then use those experiences that he has lived to draw conclusions and give us advice for our life as well. Does relatable content, so I hope you guys are ready.
We've all had the same life experiences, but I promise you one thing.
No, we haven't.
If nobody tells you how to break generational curses, then the cycle will just continue. So, in honor of women playing men since the medieval days, since the dinosaurs, since Eve bit the freaking apple, here are 5 signs she's playing you. Number 1 being, if whenever you guys hang out, you're never alone, it might be time to go home. Shoot, it might be time to die alone. Look, a woman that truly likes you wants to have intimate moments with you, moments that only you and her would remember. So,
okay, let me add some context to this. If the context is that you and her have agreed that you want to pursue a romantic relationship. That is the context. It is not in the case that you are trying to be friends. Because yes, if you are friends with somebody, it is normal to meet them in groups instead of alone all the time. I usually meet my friends alone, but, you know, I'm sure that people meet in groups all the time. They do inside of television shows. So they might in real life, right?
Every
so
moment
yes, they
you
are
have
romantic.
with her is surrounded by varsity team starters picking her up, spinning her around, and calling her sis. I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this. You might just want to use Google Maps to check what state you're in. It might just be Alabama, bro. I haven't seen a brother like his sister like this since No Game No Life. And speaking of things being underage,
hey, don't hate on No Game No Life. Though, man, Shiro is the best freaking protagonist ever. So I would love her like that too.
Wow, that is a crazy.
They were not romantic with each other. They were
what?
just affectionate. They were not romantic.
Thousands of people watching.
It is normal to be affectionate with your siblings.
So yeah, don't miss out on Stanley Live channel. Back to the video though, I tell all my friends all the time, if you're ever confused by a girl's intentions regarding if she likes you or not, I'm gonna lean in when I say she doesn't like you, bro. So as you're in bed wondering, does she like you or not? The answer is no. Please trust me, because if you don't, you're gonna waste your time. Just think about it. Flirting is a subtle way to let someone know that you like them.
And sometimes it's also just a form of entertainment.
If a girl is bad at flirting, then it won't be subtle and you would know she likes you. But if she was good at flirting, you would see that she likes you. Does that make sense to you guys? Because in my mind, that makes perfect sense. Like, you're gonna know a good flirter likes you because she's good at flirting, and you're gonna know if a bad flirter likes you because she's bad at flirting.
Right.
So if you just can't tell if she likes you, she's probably not flirting and
at
doesn't
all.
like you. And you
She's
know what?
just not
Sometimes
trying.
it's okay to be like, dang, maybe shorty's not being difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might just be ugly, like just like me. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Sometimes even as a girl, the same logic applies, like in a different way. Like if you're a girl flirting with the guy and he's not really catching it, he might not like you that much. Because I've seen guys get straight delusional, like, oh, Stanley, she touched my hand today, I think she wants to get married. If a guy doesn't think you're flirting with them, he might not like you. Which brings me to sign number 2.
That's me. I'm the person who does that. I'm literally the person. Like, people, I'm sure that there are many women out there who think that I'm dense because I just ignore them. Their advances, that is. Because if I reciprocate their advances, then I will be flirting with somebody that I have no intention of actually being with, and it'll waste my time and theirs. Like, it's better to just pretend you don't notice and just keep it going. It's like, yay, we're friends, let's go.
She's only hitting you up for a transactional reason. I'm gonna close your wallet while I'm saying this. She's playing you. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. People, let alone a shorty, shouldn't be asking me for nothing unless it's an emergency. We've been friends for a month. She's been friends with one of my friends for a month, or at the bare minimum, she gotta throw the neck, bro. Like, okay, I'm kidding. You only gotta be my friend for a week. And this also goes out for my jits out there. You shouldn't be doing nobody's homework or the majority of someone you're attracted to's assignment, unless maybe your crush is just like slow. Then it's like fine, but now we kind of got to talk about your dating preferences.
Unless they're your friend. It is okay to spend money on your friends. I spend money on my friends spend money on me. It is what it is. But do not spend money on somebody that you call your friend if you want to be with them. If you want to be with them, then figure out if they want to be with you first. And then you can start spending money as their friend or as their partner. But don't be in between, because that's awkward. Nobody freaking likes that.
Bro, like, come on, because it's all fun and games, right? Until one night you're doing her homework while she is outside enjoying her life, and you know you're being a good person, showing interest in her personal life. You ask her like who's she with, and instead of saying a name, she says,
just a friend.
I'm just with a friend right now. Ooh,
disgusting.
Ooh, I don't wish that on my worst enemy, okay? But what I do wish on my worst enemy though is sign number 3. If you know she got a man and she's constantly hitting you up, knowing that you either had feelings for her or have feelings for her currently, I'm gonna hold your phone while I say this, she's playing you. And I'm just saying, sometimes
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that one right out the window. Like, I don't know what the heck the point of that was, but if she has a man and she's hitting you up, and she knows that you like her, then that means you should not associate with her, because if she's cheating on him or alluding to cheating, then she's gonna cheat on you too, even if you manage to get there. So screw them. Also, don't watch No Game No Life, because it is an amazing freaking anime, but it only has one season, and that is gonna make you angry if you finish it. So don't watch it.
Like using you for that attention, and it turns into you feeling and playing that role, okay? And there's nothing wrong with being a nice person. You don't do nice things to get something out of it.
True.
Or better yet, this actually might be you playing yourself, because sometimes people will still talk to the shorty when they low-key got feelings, because it's the only way that they could cling on to her, or you feel helpful, or you know what I'm saying? But also remember to help yourself. You need just as much, if not more, attention than you're giving to anybody else's situation. And it's not selfish. It's not actually the exact opposite. Look, if you're 100% over her, then it doesn't matter too much. But in most situations, when her man is acting up, she could be using you for the validation she's not getting from old buddy. And at that point, it just depends on how much you value her emotions versus your time. The best indicator of this is when she disappears for 2 weeks, comes back with complaints of her boyfriend. You give her advice. She obviously doesn't listen. Then another week goes by, and boom, you're doing the same thing. You're in the Demon Slayer version of an infinite Tsukiyomi, forced to repeat and see the same thing over and over. And just like the Demon Slayer Tsukiyomi, the only way to break out of that is if you kill your sign number 4 that she's playing you is kind of like sign number 1. If you set up a mission, right? A calm little date, and right on the day where you're supposed to go out, or the day before, she hits you with the, oh my gosh, you're gonna hate me, I'm gonna cancel your reservations as I say this. She's playing you. Look,
if anybody starts any sentence with, oh my god, you're gonna hate me, concerning some advice that you gave them with a partner, just stop giving them advice. You know what, maybe I'm tripping here. Maybe I'm just the one who's so quick to cut people off, to not let people have my time, but I don't like bringing people into my circle if they're gonna cause me extra stress. Because I cause myself enough stress. I don't really need that. Like, some people just do not want to listen to good advice about their partner. And the thing is, the advice that you give, it's only going to be from a limited perspective. You're not going to be able to see all the good in their relationship. You only see the bad stuff, because that's all she's going to tell you. Like, that's literally all she's going to tell you. If he actually is an amazing dude, she's not going to say that. If she's just looking for validation, she's gonna say, oh, he's so mean, oh, he's so crappy. And if he actually is a crappy dude and she should leave him, and you tell her that, she's not gonna do it. Well, she might. But if she doesn't, and then she keeps doing the same thing again, and it ends up having consequences, then you're stupid for associating with them. No, you're not. No, you're See, okay, you know what? I'm the biased one here. That's what this is. I'm biased.
All I'm saying is not every girl is a bad schedule planner, okay? I've seen girls coordinate hangouts, coordinate getting their nails and stuff done and things like that. Every year they got a vision board and itinerary of how they're gonna go about their life for the next 6 months. So in a situation where you're canceling last minute, I just have to let that be. And I'm not gonna cap, it's not my body anymore, but I used to be like why? What's wrong? When can we go type of dude. Jeez. But you will get so much more sleep if you just let it be.
No, like, you don't.
Shorty, you let it right. Be. I was gonna hate you after this. How did you know? I already done had the whole event planned for, whole event paid for, reserved, and reservations and everything. This is why a little bit of bluntness and honesty needs to make its way back to the surface, because I feel like if you could just tell me way beforehand and not cancel at the last minute, that's the part that I want you guys to focus on. The last minute, the day before, then it would be fine. It would be cool. It wouldn't really be a problem like that. But the last minute is crazy. It's just extremely inconvenient, whether you're in a relationship or outside of a relationship. Like, just don't do that, because you and me are all people at the end of the day. Everybody's time is important. So just don't waste somebody else's time the same way that you wouldn't want somebody to waste yours. And on
See, that's where we differ, my boy. Well, actually, no. it is always more convenient if you're going to cancel and you know that. You want to cancel in advance, not the day before or the day of. If you know you're going to cancel, then just cancel. But see, if it's the day before and I have some plans to go out with somebody and it's just a recreational thing and they say no, I'm celebrating. Because recreational hangouts with friends, they mean two things. I'm using my time and I'm using my money. And it might not be beneficial for me in an educational or meaningful way, so, like, it's okay. I'm gonna be dancing. It's like, because I can either use that for her alone time, or I can use it to learn something, you know. That's just me, though. I like valuing my people in my relationships, but I like myself a little bit more.
On top of
I'm
that,
selfish.
don't lie
It's okay.
either, okay? Just be honest and upfront, because lying will just create a whole different situation. Trust me. And shoot, bro, for all my dogs out there, bro, depending on how fire the event was that you were supposed to go to, let me put you on game, bro. Still go to the event everywhere. If you're about to go watch a movie or something, about to go-kart race, or just go anyways, bro. You shouldn't really even need another person to feel happy at the end of the day. Nobody's gonna look at you weird for being alone or being there with one of the bros or something.
If you actually wanted to go, then yeah.
Go anyway.
Just go.
Turn up for you. You feel what I'm saying? And look, if you're feeling really good and the nice kind of a vibe, you might have met a vibe while you was trying to have a vibey night. Shoot, go ahead and throw that joint up on the story real quick, and you feel what I'm saying? Hey, they not gonna cancel next time.
Make them jealous. Make them jealous.
But you got one time to cancel on me at the last minute. And on top of that, if you're not the one attempting to reschedule it, that will be the last day that we talk, because I am not gonna crash out on you, okay? Dang. I'm not gonna get revenge, and I'm not trying to go an eye for an eye. If anything, I think revenge is corny. Someone else's actions shouldn't control my actions. Even though there is an ignorant side of me that wants to blow this whole building up, it's not worth that. Because if she was going to a job interview or a dentist appointment or anything else, she would have tried to reschedule it with no hesitation. And I'd be damned if I gotta put in more work than her dental hygienist when they already have it so easy. She literally just shows up to them with her mouth open, and you're telling me I gotta get you in the mood, spend $200 and listen to your lore to get a chance at the same place? I'll pass. Like, I do not think that's...
You're not supposed to be that open about it, man. If that's all you want, then you're not supposed to say that. I ain't gotta worry about this crap. I'm abstinent. Like, they throw it at me, but I don't take it.
It's crazy. I'm just a fan of
dang, bro.
Effort. Like, want me the way that I want you. If I gotta chase you, I'm not doing it, because one thing about chasing somebody,
it gets tiring.
Bound to get tired.
Right.
Chasing your partner inside of a relationship is fine. That way you can still keep the love alive. You feel what I'm saying? Chasing somebody outside of a relationship, it was horrible, because you're not respecting me right now. You're running away as I'm chasing you, and if you're not willing to do what I'm willing to do for you outside of the relationship, then why are we even in a relationship in the first place? And I'm telling you, that right there is why a lot of relationships fail. Like, there was so much time spent where one person was giving more than the other, that now that they're in the relationship, girls gonna be like, oh, he don't act the same, he don't love me like he loved me when he was outside of a relationship,
because he was trying to get you
stuff, bro. He tired, he burnt out, he did all the work to get to you. Now that he finally caught you, he tired. And that's why it's almost better to just align yourself with the goal and chase that, because the person that's compatible with you too, especially if they love you, is probably aiming towards that goal, and by y'all moving towards that goal together, you're obviously gonna end up getting closer together instead of chasing each other.
And a little life hack for the gals out there. See, if you get a guy who's, you know, who's a very generous dude, go ahead and lock it in, because the sooner you lock it in, the sooner he's chasing you, but you're already together. And if that becomes a normal thing, then that extra affection, that extra attention is not going to stop unless he's got other things going on in his life. And if those things even out, then he's gonna go right back to it. You want to make that a normal thing, because if you make him fight to get you, then he's gonna say, "Oh, I don't need to get you anymore." But if he's already got you, and he's fighting for it, then boom, then that's just the relationship. Him working hard, you work hard back, and you both just, keep moving forward. It's
One of my friends had used God
fun.
as an example for this. And I just feel like that's the comedy of life. Like, either as a boy or a girl, like the shorty that you want or the dude that you want to act right never acts right. And the shorty or dude that you not interested in, oh, they gonna act right immediately. I just need one D1 level shorty to act right for like 3 months. Like, I don't even need you to act right forever, bro. Just give me 3 months, gang.
Right.
Because, man, won't nothing make you get gray hair faster than somebody that don't care about you, bro. That joke be blowing me.
It's terrible, bro.
Applying strawberry mint hair growth oil to my stuff, bro. Which leads me to sign number 5, which is the most obvious and genuine dead giveaway that the girl you like, the girl you love, the girl you trust is 100% playing you if you're watching this video. With that being said, it's a wrap.
Right.
Paid.
Exactly. So if you're actually in a relationship, why are you watching this video then? Why are you watching this video then? That means you're insecure. And that means you're insecure for a reason. That's how it is. That's how it is. Alright guys, you want to keep going? Because there's a video right here that I could also be watching. You guys want to keep going or should I stop here? First answer. Those are the two options. The first answer wins. Keep going or stop. Keep going or stop. Keep going or stop. There is such a long difference. Such a long... My favorite childhood cartoon is easily SpongeBob SquarePants. No questions. It's not even close. I also love Chowder and Clarence. Thank you, Miss Moogie. She won. Miss Moogie won. Let's do this.
Hypothetically, how much would you pay to know your girlfriend is cheating on you? Actually, hold that thought. I ended up spending $1,000, chat. $1,000 to see if a thought was being a thought. That's how deep in I was. That's how much I needed to know.
You know what? I'm not even gonna judge him. Because when I was younger, I'm still young, but I was younger, I did that. I did a similar thing. I actually let somebody coax me out of $1,000. And that was the stupidest thing I've ever done to this day. It's a very boring story to be honest, but I'm not gonna say anything about it.
As soon as I got home from Jayla's house that night, where she was trying to stuff my balloon in her purse like it's a magic trick, it got soft. I didn't even go to sleep. I took the minimum wage that YouTube was finally paying me for my trauma and spent it on creating more trauma for about 2 weeks. I was spending every single dollar, yen, coin, peso. My UK audience would have thought I was on Ozempic the way I was running through these pounds just so I could secure this Airbnb. And I wasn't trying to crush her cheeks. I'm not trying to feel the gluck 3000. I'm trying to see if she loves me 3000 because if she
because she already I don't know if you guys have been watching this, but this is a 3-part series. We've already watched the first 2 parts. She has proven time and time again that she's willing to do some things to him, but she's also expressed that she has genuine affection towards him. She was a little promiscuous before, but now she actually wants to, get into a real relationship because she's really interested in him. And now he's all weirded out because oh man, I thought she was just about the physical stuff. She's not. And now he's got to try and lock it up.
If she doesn't, she better be Wonder Woman, because I'm about to be the Man of Steel and up this Iron Man. This is gonna be the last thing she marvel at for sure. I know my name is Stan Lee, but I'm gonna leave her Stan Lee for real. I ain't gonna lie. But to pry open the truths that her phone held, the plan was simple. There were 6 steps, okay? Come up with an excuse to leave the house. Convince my parents to let me go to the Airbnb. Find the Airbnb. Invite her over. Figure out her password when she's asleep. An Olympic level deep dive into her phone.
Never mind. He just wants to get into her phone. I forgot about the ending.
After pacing in my room, practicing in the mirror, and packing my bags just in case my parents kick me out just for attempting to ask this question, I come up with a foolproof reason to spend the night at an Airbnb. So I walked into my parents' room. By now it's like 8:50 p.m. because a sleepy parent is an easy parent. Your chances of a yes shoot up by like 38%. I'm over here explaining to them why I need the Airbnb like it's calculus. I got a projector, a smartboard. I even brought a teacher to speak in a monotone voice. I go all out. Your parents force you to be literally perfect, bro. You're not allowed to stutter. You're not allowed to mutter. Everything coming out of your mouth has to be said in the most intricate and proper way for you to just have a chance at getting a yes.
What is my teardrop?
Oh my gosh, he's 18 and he still has to. It doesn't matter if you're 18. That's not how Haitian parents work, okay? You could have been 23, 24, 25. It doesn't matter. You better ask them for permission and you better get a yes. It doesn't matter if you're 18, 23, 25. You got to ask them for permission. So that's why I put my all into every single aspect the way that I did. And to my surprise, I got a yes because their understanding is that I'm at this Airbnb to film for one of my animations, which is true because if you've ever watched this video on my channel before, the reason I was in this Airbnb was so I could film and go through Jayla's phone, hypothetically, of course. And this place was nice. I'm talking hot tub, modern finishes, complimentary snacks, lit. My parents dropped me off at the Airbnb with all of my gear. They low-key dropped me off a little too excited if you ask me. Like, what the heck do y'all got planned after this?
You know exactly what they're gonna do with you out of the house, bro. Don't even lie.
Go inside the Airbnb, film my content, and then I tell Shorty to pull up. I've been practicing my Duke Dennis wave for weeks at this point. Alright, Shorty pulled up by Uber, and I'm trying to get her into the bed ASAP. The sooner she's in La La Land, the sooner I'm in her recently deleted. I don't even finish taking her bags out of the car, and I'm like, recently. ASAP. The sooner she's in La La Land, the sooner I'm in her recently deleted. I don't even finish taking her bags out of the car, and I'm like, man, I'm tired. You not tired? I'm tired. She like, I want to go to the hot tub. Duh. I take her stuff into the freaking Airbnb against my will, and she follows behind me. And it wasn't until I shut the door that I realized, oh, I'm in a house. It's just me and her together. We're not sneaking around. I don't have to wipe my steps away or nothing. This is the real deal. As I'm having this thought, she's like, Stanley, she's trying to get my attention because she wanted to go change inside of the bathroom. And I take having guests over extremely serious. If it's one thing I'm gonna do, is shave my hair off, grow a mustache, and turn into Steve Harvey. I'm trying to be the best host ever. Name something that's harder to swallow, but even harder to spit out. I think I heard somebody say dick. All right.
My tongue. The answer is my that's one answer, my tongue.
Okay, I'm getting it. She takes her bag that has all of her clothes in it, makeup, hair stuff, etc. to the bathroom, but she puts her phone on the couch. At this moment, my brain is torn because Shorty is in the bathroom, probably putting on a bikini with less material in it than a Matt Rife comedy special, and her phone is just out on the couch to the point where it was so free, it was so out that I was starting to think like low key she may have done this on purpose. Because no, you guys got to think this girl is a master tactician. Okay, she's brilliant in the art of thoughterry. She is not doing this on accident. That's how I'm approaching it, at least. But at the same time, right, she only went to the bathroom. Like, I don't have enough time to really see this situation. So
like, for context, they exchanged phones. And she had deleted all of her past. All of it. Which to me would be a sign of good faith. It's like, oh, you're leaving the past behind, but, you know, she's got a history, so he is very, very concerned about it because he believes that it means that she's sneaking around, trying to be inconspicuous.
All I could do is scope, do my reconnaissance, and then after that, plan my next steps accordingly. And I don't touch it, right? But the screen does light up while I'm, like just hovering around it, over it, on top of it. I look back at the bathroom door and it's still closed.
Look.
If there was a time to
Now.
go through her phone, it would be right now. I'm reaching for her phone, but before I grab it,
God
I remembered
damn it.
that the other half of this plan, outside of getting her to
Just
fall
look at this
asleep early, is literally to get her phone's password. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, right? But I knew without a doubt the opportunity would present itself. Okay, that's where my faith lies. I hear the door to the bathroom unlock, and I see her, and all of her glory is right in my face. Like, if this bikini was made out of my imagination, it would have covered her up more than what she currently had on. We get
Jeez.
inside the hot tub. Keep in mind, it's freezing outside. Quite literally, maybe 11 degrees. So the hot tub felt like grabbing your nose when it's cold outside. And it's just me and her and the wind. It was actually kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. So she asked me to play some music. And right there, that's all that I needed. See, I saw my chance. My phone, unbeknownst to her, was inside of the house because my phone at the time was so ancient, so old, that if it's too hot outside, it'll catch a heat stroke. And if it's too cold outside, it'll catch a fever. That joint was dang near human. It was not made to last long at all. That phone was really my twin for real. So I tell her, let's use your phone instead.
You changed the bikini.
Like, I reach out of the pool, wipe my hands off, grab her phone, and ask her for her password. Guess what she does, chat? This woman, this monster, this demon.
She just says it.
Split splashes over to where I'm sitting.
Oh, she just grabbed it.
Stands up, turns around, and sits in my lap. Okay, see, no! Now she has my head messed up. Do you know how evil, how diabolical, how treacherous the thing in your phone has to be for you to stand up in 11-degree weather and walk over to me in a hot tub? See, this is what, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to outplan the planner. As she's descending into my lap, I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm trying to remember the mission, okay? I don't want to get distracted here. She's walking over to me, right? Pause. Let's say this is me, like, I'm sitting here like these, right? I still have the phone in my hand, okay? And as she's descending into my lap, pause like these, I'm thinking that I still have everything in control. Then
she takes it.
Her phone
She just
from my
yoink.
hand
Easy.
and starts to type it in. And I know what she's trying to do, okay? She's trying to distract me with that big voluptuous shaped peach butt. Here you go.
Wow.
She handed me the phone back. I got distracted. I missed the whole opportunity to see her type in her password. I'm not gonna lie, she got me. But what she didn't account for is the fact that I still had one secret move left under my sleeves, okay? She
The face recognition.
didn't realize that I was willing to go to the lowest of lows for this, okay? So after she hands me her phone, I looked at it and, just turn the screen back off. That was all I had, bro. I don't know what you want from me, okay? Definitely not my most masculine moment asking her to open it twice, but it got the job done because as she's typing it
Jesus
in, I
Christ.
can see every single finger stroke. Okay, 105200. Okay, definitely an ex's birthday, but whatever. Whatever. I'm not hurt or anything. Now that I got what I needed, it's time to wrap every other festivity up. She plays her music a little longer or whatever. I get out of the hot tub happy because, I got what I needed. However, she didn't get out of the hot tub with me. Weird, but that's fine. Maybe she just wants to enjoy herself a little bit longer.
Please do not tell me this girl changed her password, because if she were to do that, then even to me, she'd be suspicious. I'm a pretty trusting guy. I would not get so bent out of shape about her deleting the stuff, because that means she's ready to start a future. And that's, if we're getting romantic, then that's perfect. That's wonderful. Let's do it. But changing the password on me? Yeah. I would have some apprehensions then.
Because I will only feel safe searching through this phone if she's sleeping harder than Jesus through slavery. And as I'm putting on my sleepwalkers, Shorty comes in, hits the showers, comes out of the showers. She is not in sleep attire at all. So guess what I do? I hit her with the...
You're so mean.
I'm tired. You're not tired?
You're so mean.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
2 movies with me back to back. I was so
She wants to spend quality time.
blown. I genuinely, for the life of me, can't remember what the 2 movies were we watched. That's how much I was out of it. But I had to be smart, okay? I had to be calculated. Just because something isn't going my way doesn't mean I can't use it to my advantage. So I tried to fall asleep as she's watching the movie, so that way when she's asleep, I would be right awake. But this girl is a bro. Literally, as I was starting to nod off, right? Like, I'm in the chair hitting one of these right here. As I'm doing that right there, she'll hit me with the Stanley, and I'll have to wake up because she's showing me things in the movie to keep me awake. At max, I probably got like a good 15 minutes of sleep out of the 2 movies.
As she
Her
should.
phone was on the couch just looking at me like like when the last movie finished, bro, I put my foot down. No more games. I get up from the couch, look her dead in her face, and I'm like, and I'm tired. Like, you not tired? Like, I'm tired.
Please be tired.
This firefighter belly, Goku stomach, Luffy mouth built girl talking about some. I'm hungry. All right.
Luffy
ridiculous. I pull out my phone, right, and hand it to her, and she's opening DoorDash, and I see her looking at medium price menu items only. I'm in my head like, I need you to be a little bit more realistic. I just got us this whole entire Airbnb, and you had the nerve to pull up with your eyeliner a little bit off today. I need you to take your talents to the dollar menu, okay? Fix your foundation before you fix this plate, okay? Now,
but what if she's paying for it though?
Okay, but in actuality, depending on what she orders, I might go into debt, which as a guy can invent. I mean, if you've never gotten your girl something or done something for your girl that made you look at your bank account and then go, then you've never been in love for real. She goes on to order what.
I hate that he said that because I've done that too. God, me and him are a lot alike. Except for the ED. Never had that problem. But that's just it. That's just a hormone thing. So, yes.
Ever it was. I don't even remember. I just remember her eating and me trying to figure out how I was gonna make 88 cents last me until
nope, you
my
can't really
next
control
payday.
that.
But the food was honestly what I should have started with, because immediately after she ate enough food to feed a medium-sized African tribe, she's like,
right,
man, I'm tired.
That's what food does.
I'm tired, but I gotta keep it cool. Like, this isn't what I've been planning or what I've been waiting for. So I hit her with,
he's so goofy.
I'm tired too. Like, I could for sure sleep. Like, if that's what you trying to do, you know, I don't really even care for real. Like, so she grabs my hand and leads me to the room. We close the door. And one thing I forgot to mention about this Airbnb is that the owners lived upstairs. I told y'all before, I had to scrape up money to get this Airbnb. Okay, my priorities were in the wrong place entirely. I had things that I had to pay for that I pushed aside just so I could have this Airbnb. So, like, both of us being in the Airbnb together with 2 Caucasian people upstairs. Look, as 2 black people in Virginia living in the basement of their crib, like, we gotta water their grass tomorrow and till the fields and pick the cotton. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't my best move right there, okay? That's not the best show for my ability. I can't be mad at Jayla. That definitely did not set the atmosphere. And you know, Jayla, she was like, you know, rightfully so, kind of worried about the whole thing because I may or may not have forgot to tell her that that was the case, you know? And to start out, it was really smooth. It was really fine. What kind of gave it away was we were starting to be able to hear the steps of the people upstairs. Like, if it's 1 or 2 people, it's fine, because it's like, even if the worst case scenario happens, I could probably handle that. If not, she could probably jump in type shit. But like, because it started to sound more like it was a family reunion or a clan rally, it just doesn't feel right.
Just dancing all over
to
you.
like mac on her. But hey, the people upstairs were nice though, okay? They introduced themselves to me. They introduced themselves to my parents when they dropped me off. They were cool people. I felt safe, okay? Just not safe enough to like, yeah. But if there's one thing that I need you guys to take away from this, that's how dedicated I was. That's how resilient I was, bro. I wasn't leaving this crib without the truth. I was willing to get smuggled. I was willing to get kidnapped. I was willing for both of us to never see our parents again.
What? That's not, my friends, that's not my prerogative. I can't do anything about that. If you guys want to chat, you gotta chat.
Get the
chat
truth,
it up,
bro.
boys
And also
and
because of how
girls.
weird it did all feel, it kind of ended up being a blessing in disguise because as you guys already seen before, I be getting distracted. I'm not gonna cap. It helped me not get into too much of a romantic situation with Jayla, which also helped me stay focused on the reason that Jayla was here in the first place. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall real quick, but I am an empty house assassin, okay? As soon as hostiles capture the hard point, I'm no longer en route to do anything, okay? There will not be any kill streaks tonight. So we get into bed, and it's just me and her and the family upstairs, but we're ignoring that, and it was so peaceful. It was like we were playing house, but as adults. Like I got the crib, and I'm like,
That's
dang,
so
you
cute.
would be such a vibe if I didn't feel like you were Clark Kent on the low. You super thought, stop cuddling me so good. Like I hate it, but I love it. And as she's holding me,
See, that part is the one where I can't. Like, I get it, man. You just want to know, but at the same time, if you mess with the girl, just mess with the girl. You don't have to know her history. It doesn't even matter. Like, she clearly wants you, bro. If you like her, then alright, she's grown. Well, you guys are adult teenagers, no kids, no financial instability. You got decent heads on your shoulders from what I heard. And she's willing to accept you as you are. Like, I would have just gone. I would have just gone for it, bro. No
I'm
question.
holding her. I can feel her breathing getting slower and slower and longer and longer. And
like,
I'm
lock it
genuinely
in.
trying
That's what I
to
would've
stay
done.
awake. If I fall asleep right now, this would all be for nothing, and I would never know. And the fear of the unknown hit my system like a Red Bull. I was wide awake all night. And don't get me wrong, the 2 seconds that I went to sleep definitely helped in this situation. I don't know if I could have necessarily made it this long if it wasn't for that 15-minute power nap.
Balloon is the
between
least
those two
favorite.
movies. But even with me as awake as I was and on point as I was trying to be, I was having a hard time trying to figure out if this girl was actually asleep or not. Because it's not like I could just turn her around and open her eyelid or that she's gonna start snoring or something. I can't be wrong with this guess because genuinely I have one chance, because the next time she wakes up might be the last time that she wakes up, and she might just be awake for the rest of the night. So before
She'll just
I
die.
do anything risky, right, I'm basically in my head after image training to make sure that I have every movement practice before I actually start putting
What
it
did
to work.
Cabby do?
And I know you're probably like,
Oh,
Stanley,
never
oh my
mind.
gosh, that's so easy. That's all you have to do. Da, 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 da. See, I know y'all are on rookie mode because you're not even understanding my predicament. Her parents were also hitting her up, and my parents were also making sure to see if I'm safe. You didn't even think that, oh, I gotta also turn my phone on D&D so no alerts went off. You would have gotten caught. That's why I finessed the situation. That's why I'm really trying to get you guys to understand.
That's why I wouldn't have
so
gotten
much
caught.
that goes into it that I can't genuinely prepare for them all, but I'm gonna prepare for them the best that I can, okay? On top of that, right, on FaceTime, she would literally be a light sleeper. So even if I wanted to just move softly like that was gonna help, there's been times where I woke up to like go use the bathroom, or even times where I just put the FaceTime call on mute and she would wake up. Tell me how you would move for that. You get what I'm saying? That
Excuse me, freaking what? How did she feel that you put it on mute? There must have been a fan going on in the background. Or maybe a toilet that was just refilling the whole time. That's because if there was background noise and it stopped, that is the only reason I could see that she would just wake up out of no. That's crazy.
That's the level with. This is not no easy gremlin level 1 boss. This is like a level 10,000 boss.
I would just not do
it.
it.
If I approach like
Screw
a rookie,
that.
I'm getting killed. So now that you guys got that in mind, I not only need a quiet and unobtrusive way to get her phone, but I need a quiet and unobtrusive way just to stay awake without fiddling around too much. So I'm just repeating the password to myself in my head.
Bot,
the whole
bro.
entire
Everybody,
time.
I like bot, and really it's Bo, but Bot is alive, so I gotta go with her.
Like I said, she's cuddling me. So her head's on my chest and my arm is behind her back. I couldn't feel my fingertips at all. But when Shorty is cuddling you, the last thing that matters is your blood circulation. So I need to slowly pick my arm
This man's gonna lose his
shake it
arms.
back awake. That way I can start feeling around the bed for her phone. Not my proudest moment, but hey, she did tell me that I can look through it. So like, you know, I tried to start swiping under the pillow, but I couldn't feel anything because my hands were feeling like TV steps.
Hold on. I gotta take a 45 beer back. Crisis averted. Let's freaking go.
Tell me that I can look through it. So like, you know, I tried to start swiping under the pillow, but I couldn't feel anything because my hands were feeling like TV static from the amount of blood loss. Like my arm was really starting to feel like a large Sprite. With every second that passed and Shorty's asleep, it felt like it was time that I was wasting. But it's something that I had to do. Okay, I was going in there hand blind and I was just worried that I would accidentally be touching the wrong places or pulling on her hair or something that was underneath the pillow. But with all this movement, with all of this fiddling around, I'm thinking like, bro, she's could low-key be up right now and just curious as to what I'm doing or why I'm moving so much already. And literally those thoughts
she could just be awake with her eyes closed.
I'm like, what if she has been pretending to be asleep this whole entire time just so that she could catch me in the act? Okay, you're right. I can't think about that right now. It's a gamble. Okay, everything from this point on is a gamble. It's either I gamble right here or I lose everything in the future anyways. You see how I'm saying it? But then I'm like, are we sure that just aimlessly pulling on stuff without feeling my hand is the safest option? Like, I feel like we could probably come up with something better. And I do. Like, if I'm laying down, right, like this, like if Shorty's on this arm and I'm laying down like this, why not just like move my other arm around her and start feeling it like that and start seeing if I could like find something, right?
You just thought of that, bro? Okay.
It looked like I said before, not my most masculine story, okay? I'm just being real with y'all. This is really what was going on. I'm like, what if I start trying to feel over Shorty like this? Look, that arm still has all of its circulation and blood flow like it's off of a honey pack, okay? If I could feel anything or if I wanted to grab something, it would be with this arm. So I wrapped this arm like around her, right? But I was scared because I don't want her to secure this arm like it's a hug, okay? Because I'm not trying to hug you right now. I'm trying to snoop. So because of that, I'm arching my hand over her. But even then, I felt like I was creating too much friction, like with
none of
our
the BFDIs ever happened.
On top of that, the places that my hand were reaching weren't the area that I needed to be covering. Like it wasn't touching Nathan, okay?
Jeez.
So because of that, this plan basically failed. So now, 18-year-old boy, I'm slightly frustrated because I can feel and see, like literally on the clock, the time passing by, okay? So I had to throw that whole plan out of the window, and now it's time for me to make something else shake, okay? Something else has to give. And by making something shake, I dang near mean it in a literal sense. Like I was about to start jiggling her body and wake her up, bro, just so I could get the phone.
Bro, just wait till morning, dude. Like you literally got her fed. You got her, you know, all Airbnb'd up. She's had a great time. Just let her sleep. Just wake up tomorrow and ask her for the phone. That would solve every single problem. But then if he did that, there wouldn't be a video. But he wasn't thinking about the dang video at the time. This is why we need to be direct with people that we're pursuing romantic relationships with. A lack of transparency is what causes trust issues, and then trust issues cause this. If you can't trust them, just don't be with them. If you don't mess with her, don't mess with her, but if you do, then mess with her. Like seriously, bro, it's that easy.
About explaining myself later, because at this point I was just reaching and grabbing for anything, because the looking around, bro, that joint was starting to be for the birds, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like I was just about to play it off after or something. So I had to like push her off to the other direction so that way I can pull my arm underneath.
You're so
her,
mean.
but I gotta do it as slow as possible.
That's
so
so
that
mean.
I don't wake her up.
She's already awake. She's already awake.
shuffles a little bit.
She's trying to get back on.
This was the same level of intensity as those movie scenes where the timer's going off in the background and they're like, we need you to pick a wire. I don't know, sir. I don't know. Stanley, there's 5 seconds left. Cut a wire. Okay. After basically clutching a 1v6 on Search and Destroy, I get my arm out from under her. I look over her body. Okay, cool.
Jesus
Christ. But me understanding this is actually more like a nap than her sleeping. I knew she could wake up. I don't remember waking up to her. I think she had to go home before like 2 a.m. or something, which makes me reach over her and grab the phone from under her pillow. However, it was sandwiched between her and the pillow.
What?
I only had like one finger on it trying to drag it out. I had my fingertips doing things the WWE would pay top dollar for, the way I had to wrestle it out from under her neck. Telling me, I guess it's my fault for thinking that once I felt the phone, I would be in the clear.
The stakes are too high. I would have given up a long time ago, bruh. I'm too lazy for all of this nonsense. I would have been given up. This is too much.
This phone,
this is
bro.
too much.
But unfortunately, that does not mean that anything was over. Actually, quite the contrary.
What?
It just began. And you
just gotta do it.
This to be where everything began, after I already went through a full day, I had to move my entire setup in here. I had to get food. I had to get in the hot tub. I had to take a shower twice. One before she came here, and then after the hot tub. I had to watch those movies.
Twice.
For this to be where my day started, I was done. So with
when he puts it like that, I understand. Like, you've been trying this whole time. It would be a shame to give up now, but I mean, again, I wouldn't be in the situation in the first place. But after all that effort, you kind of have to follow through. Otherwise, yeah, you are just quitter, a loser. I get it.
Every failed attempt of freaking trying to pluck the phone out of under her pillow, bruh, the doubt started setting in again with the fact that I was exhausted. But you want to know what really kept me through, what really kept me going? It's the fact that every single time that I have been cheated on, the reason is that every single time I have a gut feeling, right? I just ignore it and push it to the side every time. Because I'm a lover boy, okay? I want to believe that the women that I be talking to are good women, but it's just...
It's been multiple times? Alright, guys. I want you guys who are left in the chat. Favorite movie to watch as a kid? Ponyo. That was the first movie that actually touched me to my core. I was literally only 6 years old. But it was amazing. Okay, guys. Put in the live chat. Would you rather be him getting cheated on multiple times, or would you rather be me having never actually had a real girlfriend? Put it in the chat. Which one would you rather be?
That hasn't been the case so far. You can literally ask my friends and they will tell you I have the most abysmal record when it comes to finding a faithful woman. And all respect to old girl, but that's also why I'm so paranoid about Jayla, is because it's not uncommon for a shorty to act nice and amazing and then the next day do me greasy.
He's got trauma.
Although there was the thought of, Stanley, you're doing too much, there was also an equal amount of, Stanley, you're doing just enough. Because in a lighter sense, all of this does stem from a really good place. Like, I just want somebody who wants me to be all mine. Like, is that too much to ask for, bro? I don't think that's crazy. Polygamy sound cool and all, but like, if the other dude is gonna split my girl with me, bro, he might as well split half of the responsibility. I'm not gonna carry the team on my back and have you just sit and enjoy the ride. That's just my body, though. Cool. That's how I feel. Like, if you have a piece of her twin, that's all yours. Like, I don't even want her no more. But before I hand her over to you, unfortunately, I do need the confirmation code that be sitting inside of her phone, the receipts that y'all are talking. So because of that, I squeeze my hand underneath that pillow just so I could have more.
Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Just because I haven't had a real girlfriend does not mean I don't have a lot of taboo relationship stories. Those who have been on these lives with me have heard at least a few of them. Like, I literally just told you $1,000 down the drain, but it's, I haven't been cheated on.
more leverage and more strength in my like movements. Every time I moved it a little bit, she so then I have to stop. Then I move it a little more, and she 10 minutes of me foreplaying with this phone. I finally get it out.
God dang it.
Go under the blanket, and my heart is pounding. Because if she wakes up right now, I'm caught. I can't play like I'm asleep. I would just look stupid. I literally have it in my hand. So I'm under the blanket. It's hot. My hands are sweating. My heart's pounding. My head's pounding. I could barely breathe. This whole scenario was taking days off of my life by the second. I got under the blanket at 18 and got out of the blanket looking like I was 34. I swiped up,
going bold at 34,
phone, right? The Face ID activates, face not recognized. Then please enter your code pops up on the screen. Cool. 100520000. After I let go of the last zero, the phone is like, wrong passcode. Okay, you know what?
Yep, she changed that crap. I knew it. I freaking knew it. You gotta use the Face ID.
My hands were sweaty. Maybe it thought I pressed the wrong number.
Nope.
I rub it off.
She changed
onto the blanket and I try again.
She changed it.
I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to keep my composure, okay? But understand the predicament that I'm in right now, okay? But truthfully, how much calmer, how much more composure can you have when the shorty that you like could be receiving more shots than an uncle at a quinceañera? Shorty could literally be taking fireballs and 4 locos on me. Like, the thing that's killing me is that I can see the unanswered messages on the phone, but it just pops up as messages. There's no names attached because I can't get in there. So all it does is just show me that there is somebody, okay? There's somebody that's texting her hella late, and that's just enough to start making the overthinking kick in, bro. And that almost made the weight of the phone feel like the weight of the world, bro. It was starting to feel unbearable in my hands. That's how scary it was when I started taking everything into account for this moment. I think people tend to forget there's no tutorials for this, okay? And the rights.
I am not. My God. This is what relationship trauma does, guys. This is why it's better to focus on actually attaining emotional maturity and choosing partners that have the same before you attempt anything romantic. I know it's easier said than done, especially for teenagers who are all volatile, roiling pots of hormones and insecurities, but my God. A little bit of cognizance would prevent this, and a lot worse. A lot of it. It takes a village. To raise a child. That's all I'm gonna say.
Our relationship has left the building way before we got to here. And while I'm just laying in this bed, Quan's word just start replaying in my head because his relationship was literally a foreshadowing of me and Jayla's relationship, almost to the T, bro. But here's the thing, right? I'm a lover boy, like I said. I don't want to be proved right now. I want to be proved wrong, bro.
Yes,
I want to happily skip through a field and continue my romance novel of a relationship, okay?
What?
And I get it, okay? I really do. This would be a lot of people's version of a horror story, okay? I'm just an optimistic person. I can see the good in her, Anakin. I know something in there is real because she has shown us, both me and you, times where she cared, time where she was being sentimental,
regardless of everything,
where the things that she was doing did feel authentic.
Genuine.
My job
it's real.
in this situation right here, right now, is just to figure out how much of that is real and how much of that is a genjutsu, okay? I don't want to live my life under false
Ms. Moogie, you already know the answer to that question. I'm not saying it again.
pretenses. I want to know the real deal.
Come on, bro.
I would just rather know my love is the real deal than continue to wonder until one day I forget that I ever questioned if this person sitting next to me was fake in the first place. That's the type of things that I'm telling myself as I'm preparing for my next attempt. Because I don't have that much attempts left, okay? My attempts aren't unlimited, okay? I am on borrowed everything at this time. So from this point on, every move that I make is either as important, if not more important, than my last one. So I get to typing 1005200. At this point, I'm frustrated because I know if I keep getting this hole wrong, it's gonna lock
Face
me out.
ID.
So with the little bit of guesses that I have left,
Face
I just
ID.
start thinking I might have missed something
Face
because it
ID.
was on my lap, but no, I saw it clear as day. If there's one thing that I believe in, it's the fact that I have 20/20 vision. There's no way in hell that I did.
Yep, and that's where I lose. That's where I lose. I may have more emotional security in myself. I may have more confidence. I may have better overall performance, but I'm legally blind, and that's where I lose. I will never be able to compare in that. 20/20 vision? Couldn't be me. Dang, good job, bro.
Right. So now,
You beat me.
confusion and panic are tag teaming me like best friends on a blind date. Okay, my mental
God
state
dang,
was
bro.
really getting dogged out. There is genuinely only so much options that I can go through within this short amount of time. Okay, I don't have that much room for error here. Every second that I have is not even borrowed time at this point. It's basically stealing time, bro. I have never, oh my God,
I lose
have never been
big
so
time.
grateful and thankful for a girl to be hungry and catch the itis and sleep as hard as she is sleeping right now, bro. I don't know what they put inside of the food. It might have been NyQuil, a sleeping pill, or something. The way that she was out, oh my gosh, bro. I was so lucky. She was so sound asleep, and I was so close to out of ideas that I was thinking that I
Face
could
ID.
probably take her phone and line it up with her face while she's sleeping just so I could activate the Face ID. But before I could commit to the idea, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the screen brightness would have messed me up. And if Shorty wakes up with the phone in her face, I can't talk myself out of that one, bro. And although, yes, that mess up would have been egregiously horrible, I'm also looking at an equally egregiously horrible mess up on a different spectrum, because if I get this phone locked out of for more than an hour, the only thing above an hour is to factory reset the iPhone to get back into it. But then I would be cooked on multiple levels, okay? A factory reset would make me lose all of the evidence that was left on her phone. And on top of
She would never
that,
talk
she
to
would
you again.
also lose, everything on her own phone.
She
But
would
like,
never
that's not
talk
what
to you
I'm worried
again.
about at the moment, okay? Because I am nowhere near manipulating enough or conniving enough to not only make her delete everything off of her phone, but
Miss Moogie, if you ever type that in my chat again. Nope, not even, nah.
the next step would then be to convince her that she
Nope,
somehow did it in her sleep and
You
it's
don't
not
wanna find
actually
out.
my fault that happened. And I'm not smart enough to do that, bro. I can't even, that's not even my heart. She did used to like sometimes mutter or like stutter in her sleep and stuff like that, but yeah, she's not going for that. Yeah, she's not going for that. So at this point,
So we
right,
gave
I
up?
think it's safe to assume that if I am all out of ideas, then the old ideas is now the new idea with a slight tweak, because I did try other password
So
variations.
we're
I
gonna give
wasn't
up?
just sitting there typing the same password the whole entire time. I used other variations. Like she gave me her Netflix password before, so I tried that. I used her birthday, blah, 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 blah. None of them ended up working, which surprised me because I feel like anybody who's not chronically online only has like 2 or 3 passwords. And then even after that, there's slight variation changes. Like I'm talking to you right here who just keep putting exclamation points on the end of passwords. You've been having the same password since high school.
Excuse me. Sometimes I use periods. Sometimes I use numbers. Sometimes I've actually used the $sign and the pound key. So it's not just exclamation points, okay? Thank you.
Bro, you need to change it. That's how my channel got hacked a long time ago, which
Jeez.
is kind of crazy to think about now because I really lived long enough to see myself become a villain, bro. Not because of me going inside of her phone, but for me trying to hack it the same way that they hacked my account. But like I said, okay, she said that I could do this. I'm just doing this at a different time frame than the one that she first recommended.
And you
look,
should have
bro, look,
asked.
my hands are tied, all right? I wouldn't even be in this predicament if she did try to go through my phone first.
If you had
Found
asked.
nothing, and then when she gave me her phone, she just didn't reciprocate the same energy that I had towards her. So really, this is not my fault, bro. My hands are tied. I don't know what you want from me.
Man, don't do that.
Need equal footing and
Don't
equal
do that.
understanding.
Don't do that. Don't try and Don't try and deflect the blame on her. She was just trying to show, she was literally just trying to show you that she was starting off clean with you, man. Don't try and do that. I know you've been through some crap, but don't try to spin it into a her fault thing. Like, say you were suspicious, say that you were anxious, and that's okay. It's okay to be that way. The way that you went about solving that problem, it was pretty sus, but hey, at the end of the day, you didn't do anything stupid, so it's a W. I mean, as far as I can see, she's not with you now, so I guess I just gotta wait for part 4 to figure out why.
Okay, eye for an eye type of vibes, okay? That is the only way that I was gonna be able to continue this relationship.
Miss Moogie, don't share that.
Again, but I think I changed like one number or something, and boom, right then and there, I got locked out. Fuck! Cause now every time I mess up, it goes from 1 minute of locking me out, and then I mess up again, and I'm locked out for 30 minutes. Gang, I ran that hoe up to 1 hour of being locked out, and then it hits me. She changed the password when I went inside early.
Yes.
As soon as I had her
I
type
told
it again,
you that.
she knew that I was onto something.
I told you that.
This can't be. I spent $1,000. I need to get this answer, and I'm just breathing heavier and heavier underneath this blanket, but I gotta relax because if she wakes up right now, if she woke up right now, Stanley, what's wrong?
Oh. Jesus Christ, Stella. Alright, I guess that's it for me. Are you okay? Are we good? The frick? Alright, I guess we're on. Alright guys, hope you had a good time. Yeah, I'm obviously logging off. It is literally 1:16 in the morning, Jesus Christ. But, hope you had a fun time, hope you enjoyed these little animations that I watched. Hope you're looking forward to more Stanley animations, all these little fun things, maybe some casual geographic. Okay, let me stop. Just know that you guys are gonna have a great weekend, hopefully. Go do something fun, maybe volunteer at a soup kitchen or something during, like, on your free time. I'd say that's a good use of your time. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys sleep. You are loved, you're appreciated, you're gonna do amazing things. So move forward into this week, feeling happy, feeling proud, get some stuff done, make some things shake. You got this. That's all I got.